All right, so recently I have a new roommate this semester, and she is also one of my best friends here on campus. And she has some really bizarre and crazy, vivid dreams that she often remembers, and she tells them back to me. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go over those, but she remembers them, and I am often quite in them, and they're often very crazy and not at all what her life is like right now. So that led me to research dreams, and dreams are the mental thoughts, feelings, imagery, and sensations people experience during sleep. And throughout this, I will show how dreams work, the types of dreams, and why we have dreams, and more. So first, I will start off with how they work. First off, they are purely mental activity unless they are acted out in sleep, like if you're sleepwalking or something like that, or if that situation has already happened in your life. During REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep, our muscles relax completely, which prevent us from acting out our dreams unless it does not work properly. We may try to act them out, especially if the dreams have strong emotions in them. They arise mostly because of brain activity in the cerebral cortex, or the outer layer of your brain. This part of the brain is responsible for higher order thought processes. The second is REM sleep, or like I said, rapid eye movement sleep. This is when key moments are reactivated and your brain is completely devoid of the anxiety triggering molecule that is called noradrenaline. This stage is when the brain activity most closely resembles waking life. The next is a reduction in the amygdala, which is in the cerebral hemisphere of your brain. This is involved with the processing of and experiencing of emotions. And lastly, smells, events, or stressful situations can all play key parts into your dreams. And usually events that happened 1 or 2 days prior will affect the dreams that you're having. Next is how they do studies. Dreams are one of the most personal and mysterious human experiences. They are often incomplete and fleeting. Since technology is increasingly growing, so are the studies of dreams. Scientists may study their dreams by asking questions or by an MRI. They may study dream content like themes or emotions in their dreams. They can also look at the activity of the brain and body while somebody is dreaming. Dream reports are collected in labs under controlled conditions, waking sleepers at different points to collect the different data. There are also dream reports collected in their own home because that will affect people's dreams too. And then in the 1950s, I might say this wrong, but electroencephalography is also called EEG, emerged, which reveals data about the brain while sleeping and dreaming. And this led to the different stages of sleep. And then this will show how EEG works.
Brain waves recorded from the scalp prove that human beings never switch off their minds. Here, 3 levels of arousal, sleeping, relaxing, and action, all have a characteristic brainwave pattern. The machine used to monitor and record this activity is an electroencephalograph, or EEG. In deep sleep, the EEG pattern produces large, slow waves. When relaxing, the waves become faster. In an active situation, the EEG is very dense and is described as having a low voltage and a high frequency, which produce a fast wave.
Next, I will look at the different types of dreams. Lucid dreams are where you are actively aware of what is happening in your dreams, and you may be able to have some control over what is happening. They may occur randomly, and people can use special techniques to try to control them. And at least 50% of people have lucid dreams. The next are vivid dreams, and vivid dreams are very realistic and very clear in their content and what is happening. And then nightmares are obviously bad dreams and usually wakes people up from their sleep. They can be brought on by worries, stress, traumatic events, or mental health disorders. And then the last is daydreaming, which is a form of imagination where the person forms a mental image of past experiences or experience that they may experience in the future. They're usually not harmless unless it interferes with a person's daily living. Some benefits are problem solving, creativity, and accomplishments. Some cons are that they could be negative, scary, and they can you can also visualize disasters and danger. And then why we dream? A theory is that dreams may help consolidate and analyze the memories we have. Research has found that people with dreams with damage in the areas of the brain that control memory and imagination experience less detailed dreams. They can also help process some of the emotions we have. They can also just be replays of your day throughout experience that you've had. They can also be preparing you for possible future events. And then here are the 5 stages of sleep. In stage 1, you are in light sleep. Your eyes are slow, and there's reduced muscle activity, and this makes up 4 to 5% of your sleep. Stage 2, your eye movement stops and brain waves are slowed, which makes up 4 to 55%. In stage 3, extremely slow waves appear with smaller, faster waves in between the slower ones, which makes up 4 to 6%. And then stage 4, there's only slow brain waves, and it's difficult to wake up someone during this stage and the prior stage, so stage 3. And that makes up 12 to 15%. And the final stage, stage 5, is REM sleep, where your breathing is rapid and irregular, and your eye moves in all different directions. Your muscles become temporarily paralyzed, and your heart rate and blood pressure rises. Waking up during this stage, you are more likely to describe your dreams in a well-mannered state. And this makes up 20 to 25% of your sleep. So dreams can happen in all stages of sleep, but mostly during your REM sleep, where they're more vivid and bizarre. You're likely to spend 2 hours a night dreaming, and everyone mostly dreams every night. But longer dreams happen in REM sleep. Studies show that people woken from REM sleep dream up to 90% of the time, and people woken from non-REM sleep dream 10 to 54% of the time. Next, I'll look at who dreams and how often. So studies show that 0.38% of adults never remember dreaming, but 6.5% of adults admit to dreaming, but not recently. And blind people's dreams mostly consist of smell, touch, and taste. And children from 3 to 4 years start to remember dreams around that age. And children 4 to 9 years start to distinguish dreams from reality. And it is also important to note that REM sleep decreases with age, so older adults are less likely to remember whether or not they have been dreaming. Some interesting facts about dreams is that about 2/3 of our dreams are visual, with few sounds, movement, taste, or smell. When we are asleep, we mostly think in pictures, whereas when we are going about our day, it's mostly just ideas. 1/3 of our dreams are in color, and we could learn to control our dreams by writing them down and then thinking of a different outcome that could happen. It has been shown that people with paraplegia have reported being able to walk during their dreams, and phantom limb pain can disappear during dreaming. One study found that 80% of dreams reported by the participants contain memories related to a sense of self or personal history. And then some things that goes into the memory of dreams is to remember the person asleep must wake up shortly afterward dreaming so that you can store the dream in long-term memory. People who remember their dreams are less likely to have a groggy period when waking up, which may help with dream memory storage. The lighter the sleep, the more you are likely to recall. And then I just have 2 tips. If you want to start remembering your dreams in a better way, is to keep a diary to help you keep track in the morning right beside your bed, to write in it right when you get up and write down all that you remember. And the second step is to get the recommended amount of sleep. I know as college students, we may not get that, but the longer sleep, the longer REM sleep you may have, which results in more dreams. And as college students, we need at least 7 hours or more each night. Thank you.